Okay, everybody. Let's this is a beautiful morning. Let's just start from the morning routine. So let's first standing up. Standing up, having your feet soften and standing on the ground. It's not that this is you and this is the ground. So you should finding that interweaving relationship. You are like a plant. You're penetrating through the ground. So this way, it's easier to understand what is empty. What is your weight into one part of the body, or the body basically two legs. So you can see one leg have more weight, and it's not that heaviness getting into your the one part of the leg, but it's how can you empty that leg and letting the weight penetrating through yourself and going into the floor, like the plant, like anything that is grow, that has a life in this world. They always penetrating through the ground. Okay, so let's start from standing position, because this is very important. Finding your alignment and knowing the structure and knowing how to release and knowing where to be engaged, allowing the energy coming through what pathway. So this is very useful. If you in the morning you're standing up, the first thing you're thinking a little bit about this, so your energy is starting to flow, and also set up your amazing structure of the body. You almost like you already cleaned your temple, your house. You are ready to receiving light and energy. Okay, let's just starting to standing on both feet on the ground, and big toes can touching, but your heel opened up a little bit, almost have a tiny little triangle right there. And then make sure that you understand that your feet is rooting, but at the same time they coming back and forth. When I say rooting and going up, is at the same time. So understand that. So you're engaging up to your navel, and tailbone goes down and navel goes in. So while tailbone goes down, your energy goes up and down at the same time. And the top of your head really reaching to the ceiling, you should starting to feel the energy is activating between your head, your top of your head, your crown, to the ceiling. Good. So then from there, your nose is engaging to your tailbone. So you're really setting yourself in very good, not only the sequence of the structure, but also the energy, the flow, the pathway, how the energy coming down and up through your body. Then there is a big orbit, but within your entire, you have 200 some joints, and each joint has its own way of breathing. Yeah, so if you're thinking about that, your entire body is nimbling and working. Yeah, so we don't have to thinking too much, just thinking about it, that your joints are nimbling. Okay, now tailbone goes down to your heel, and then just lift empty your left knee and bring your feet apart. Right, beautiful. So let's just standing here having the same kind of sensation that we just talked about. Remember that your shoulder blades down, finding your scapula. Your scapula is going from behind and going down to your tailbone. And at the same time, your nose is going down to your tailbone from the front. And then your shoulder blades, your shoulders open but down. So you see there's many triangles, many angles. You're not only triangle, but many angles that is happening. That is a three-dimensional supporting your body. Beautiful. So let's starting from here. Take a deep breath from the ground. You can, how far you can think, that's fine. You can go along with the anchor of your tailbone, goes down to the bottom of the sea. Then bring the energy from there up. and coming back. You see it's penetrating or rising through the ocean and coming up, touching your feet, your yongquan. Yeah. Coming back up through the inner thigh, coming up. And you're between your legs. There is a ball that you almost like squash. You're holding the inner thighs of your leg, holding that ball. The ball is soft, but if you're letting go, it's dropped. Yeah, it's gonna bouncing away. So you hold it there. Good. Just stay there standing for a while. And just breathing from your feet goes down. And goes up and going down. So when I say goes up, yeah, you already goes down already. Yeah. But when I say goes down, that energy is pushing. When the when the spring you push down, and then more the energy is ready to go up, waiting for you to release. So those kind of yin-yang breathing is supposed to be in your body constantly, and feel that. And your body becoming this elasticity. Whenever you're putting weight down, you know there's going up. So this is the entire body engaged. Eventually you will train your body becoming this elastic, incredible elastic ball. They are rooted, but they are constantly, their nature is going up. But you have to letting it go down, because the more you go down, the higher your energy will be arising. So this is then you can activating, just by thinking of this, you're activating all your internal organs. You're awakening all these organs, and you're awakening all the vessels. Yeah, that is within inside your body. All your internal organs that is engaged. So just thinking about that, you do not have to do anything. You are already giving your inner charged energy. It's not a massage. It is a massage, but with two things. Massage is passive. You just massage. But if you are engaging in activating it, so you're massaging, pushing down, and then your organs pushing back up. So you have a dialogue. So this way you are immediately actually engaging. You can start to feel from your muscles, and then all your fascias. Yeah. So what is inside of your body, they are starting to awaken and having dialogues. This is important. Yeah. Tai Chi is not something that we think, or movement wise. It's not what we think, just slow or passive. Actually, it's the most active thing can happen in your life at the moment. It never was passive. It is pushing, releasing down, but the second part is the truth. Yes, rebouncing back. Now you're activating your inner organs. Okay, so just softening all your joints and stay there breathing. Just standing there, let's standing breathing for a few minutes. Yeah. Okay, so let's just bring your energy. Yeah, bring your palm back to your prayer position. So let's say we are bowing down. We give a bow to the people around us, to the space, and to the form that we are learning, to the concept that we inherited. So there are many people before us. So we just wanted to show our respect. Yeah. And then we bring our energy up and bring it down. This is just do 3 times up and down. So this movement itself manifested what I just said. That is going down and going up at the same time, and going down and going up at the same time. Bring the energy into the ground and beneath the ground and getting up and pushing down. Let's bring it back from your feet and looking up. Scapular going down, navel's in. Don't forget you are holding the ball right between your legs, and then from there reaching up, navel's in, reaching up, pushing up, thinking about your feet. We go 1, 2, 3, soften 4, 5, and recover 2. Thinking about your feet 4, 5, and coming down 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. Thinking up 2, 3, 4, 5, and looking up at 1, 2. Navel's in between your legs, engaging. Scapular goes down. Feet is rooting and engaging. Let's go for 5. Pushing up and navel's in. Feet, thinking about the feet. And 4 and 5 and 1. Coming back. 2, 3. Scapular down. 4, 5. And palm down. Bring the ball going down. And your feet rooting, and your ball is into the ocean. And breathing again. Let's do 3 times. And then looking up and feet down, engaging between your legs, and the navel's in, scapular down. And you are like the ball and arrow, pushing to the extreme. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thinking about your feet. 2, 3, 4. Scapular down. So from here, are you opening your armpit? Are you opening your arms? Are you opening, stretching on each fingers? They are all relating to your meridians. So this one simple movement, and palm down. Down. Just this up and down. Yeah, good. So take a little breath from here. Beautiful. Settle yourself. Let's just try to go from your scapular and sinking down, your palm, your wrist, and pushing forward. So you are sitting backwards, pushing forward, sinking. Yeah, so soften yourself and pushing down, you're standing up. Good. Do it 3 times, continue slow and repetitive. You need just to try to find the sensation. Maybe first time it's harder, but second time it's a little bit better. Sinking back, tailbone out, wrist pull forward, and your underarm is engaging. And pushing back the ball down to the ground, you pushing stress. Standing up, letting the energy go through your entire legs and your body. Let's do it last time. Sinking back, all the way. And your entire body has a sensations. I want you to remember what you have done. What is the sensation? So when you're writing your journal, class journal, let's try to write those sensations. So let's just remember what we talked about. The 8th thing that is very important is first, keywords, key concept, softening yourself. Yeah, so you cannot be tight to do just simple movements. That you need to learn within the structure. What is soften? What is soften? What is soften but engaged? If it's only soften, you can be just completely relaxed. That's not what Tai Chi or any Qigong or any body condition. So when you start to dance, you cannot just relax, but you cannot tight. If you are tighten yourself up, that is also not a good concept. What you need to do is only when you be softened, your energy from the earth can penetrating through you, and then the top of your head receiving the energy through your tailbone, yeah, along your central meridian, which means your spine, come to the top of your head. So your head is nimbling, so neck is softened, so the energy goes up and rooted down. You cannot only think about the energy goes up, you're thinking about rooting down. And then, you know, we always talk about in Tai Chi, you're switching your weight. You're shifting your weight from equally 50-50, then 60, 70, maybe even 80 on one side. But this side is becoming empty. And then shifting your weight to the other side. Yeah, like come to 80 and sinking down. Yeah, and then shifting back a little bit. Remember, between your legs, you need to finding that wherever you go, the opposite is what you need to think. Yes, it's the opposite. That's what is the sensation of elasticity, right? So I want you to finding that engagement. That is also training your muscle. Your muscle is very engaged, but released, has to be softened enough to letting the energy goes down. Yeah, good. So we know that our tailbone is in the squared era position, and then the energy goes up to the top of your head. Yeah, and then we're thinking about your shoulder blades. Your scapular goes down, engaging to your tailbone from the back. Yeah, scapular, and then goes to your tailbone. And then every movement actually start from there. It starts from there. Does not matter. You do not have to go all the way, but your mind is already go all the way. Even your hands is not. That's why the big, very well-trained master, when you see their movement, you don't see their move, but all the energy is already start within. So when you are not striking out, your energy is working, but the pathway is going through. It's very important that you understand that. And feel the weight of your arm, your shoulder blades, and your elbow. You need to feel the weight and carry that weight, because anything carry weight goes down, and then you know you allow the energy coming up, feeling you up. Very good. So we also talked about the shoulder and yeah, when we're talking about breathing has to be natural. We don't, at this moment, there is a breathing exercise, but at this moment we do breathing for natural breathing. Yeah, good. Okay. We already feeling all the joints. We don't have to do too much, but you know, I wanted to maybe do one more thing is that how do we walk? How do we transfer our weight? Because there's so much, basically Tai Chi is training, or it's a training on your legs. There's a lot, of course, your entire body is oneness. You need to finding that, but without really understanding your feet, your leg, everything you say, you know, the arm can be incredibly extending, beautiful, articulative, but if you don't understand the root, the foundation is your leg, then you're missing a big point. So let's do. That's why people are practicing movement is in place. But even when they walk, they were never like jumping, running, that kind of a physical thing. They think that you reserve your energy. This is the Eastern concept. You're reserving your energy because you don't want to wasting more energy. That will not benefit yourself. They think you need to do all kind of work, but not with physical strain. So let's standing, open up a little bit with your leg bigger. So now you can feel it's almost like you're riding a horse. Yeah, you're standing there, engaging with your inner thigh, letting your tailbone sinking, because this way you can very much feel the tailbone and the spine and the top of your head. So this both directions is engaged. Okay, so you can allow yourself to be free on both sides of the body if you have the solid horse riding stand. Yeah, so this is a very good practice in you, and you understand that your feet, your thigh, your entire leg sitting there like a wood pile standing there. Okay, so your hands can be going. What we did is that we just take our arms up and we just changing it. Yeah, very slowly, almost like you holding a big ball, but under your arm is engaged. And you just shifting your hands, the other part moving. Slow, continue. So when you do this movement, think about where initiating. Your arm is extended, your underarm, what I mean. Yeah. Slow. Which part of your body is initiating? Think about that. Think. Which part of the body initiating and which part of the body follows? So if you understand that, you understand what is yin and yang. So, which part initiating? Which part of the body follows? So, the initiating part has to be very precise, and the follow part has to be very, very soft. If you don't know how to soften yourself, you don't know how to follow. You might initiating yourself with your muscle. So let's thinking a little bit about what I just said. Which part of the body initiating? Just by practicing this simple move. Now we haven't been starting to use our leg yet. We just gently shifting our weight from one side to the other. From one side to the other. So, what is the sensation? Okay, continue.